Every day I make the mistake of exploring shorts here on YouTube. It takes everything in me to survive because of the cringe music that's featured and how everybody seems to use the same song. I don't know if it's because it's trending or it's all that the program is offering you or if y'all are just lazy. But if there's one song that really makes me wanna pour acid into my ear, is the one that goes like, oh, put you, oh, put you, oh, put you, uh-huh. You cannot call that music. I don't care how many instruments you have arranged. That is not music. That is cringe. Good deeds, kinda long. Carry around a care package of food or toiletries that you can give to a homeless person. This is something that mom and I actually did back in the good old days. For a while, we were doing it primarily with cat food or dog food. Obviously, for the stray homeless animals, because for some reason we kept seeing a lot of them. But I do remember that at some point, since we were living in our car pretty much, we were handing out some things to a person one time. I don't remember very well exactly what we gave this person, but he was needy on some corner and mom didn't hesitate at all to give him something because we pretty much said we're in the same situation type of deal. I do believe in this. It's a really good idea. Sometimes I get this sentiment very strongly during the summertime because it is hot and I be seeing some of these folks standing out in the sun for hours holding their sign, and they have items handed to them. I see them often with water, but sometimes I think that's just really brutal. But unfortunately, if you're going to interact with people without getting kicked out for soliciting, I would imagine that's why people tend to pick the stops, like stoplights, stop signs on some corners. In an ideal world, though, this is something that our society wouldn't need to be facing at all. These people would have a place to go, a place to afford, and there is a topic that I have pending that I hope to get around to soon because I think some of you guys are going to find it very interesting. And it pretty much has to do with reintroducing an individual who struggled with something back into society and how it seems like it's impossible to come back to this society because of the way things are set up. And it just leaves me wondering if there's ever a way to help somebody just completely reintegrate themselves when it seems like everything and everywhere is just turning their backs on them. Now, I will say though, when it comes to homeless people, not to be negative, but this is part of the journaling element of what I do here, I have observed homeless folks rejecting things that are given to them. Some have even gotten annoyed, and I have witnessed some of them saying, not to me, but to other drivers, that they prefer for you to give them cash. What they're looking for is cash. It's not items. They don't need or want food or water. They want cash. They want money. And some people held signs before that did say that. Any help is awesome, but preferably cash. That's pretty much my thoughts on this one. It's very simple, very straightforward, easy to sum up. I think that we should all carry a little something just in case and measure the situation. If this is someone who already has gotten a couple of things to at least stay alive, like food and water, I think that maybe you should save it for the next person. But I also think it's something we all should try to keep in mind. And I will say that I'm proud of the customers that I have had in the past where they go through my line, I help them, they leave, I think it's over, but they come back and buy a water bottle and like a bag of chips or something, and they say, I had to come back because I want to give this to a homeless person that's over there at the light. Or they'll be like, oh, I had to come back because I forgot about the person at the light asking for stuff. And I thought that is super awesome, really neat. It made me respect the person even more. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know of your experiences with homeless folks. I happen to know somebody who actually works with them and has quite some stories to tell. But I think it also is a different experience because it's one thing to be at a facility dedicated to dealing with folks in that situation versus when you're out here in the wild and you yourself, as a person who doesn't work in that area, you're still facing them. You just see the other side of it. Okay, that's it. Bye.